Alright guys, so I got bag 6 done yesterday, and let me tell you, my fingers hurt. That was a lot of cover pieces, a lot of very meticulous detail following, the 1x2s, the 2x2s, the 2x4s, all those smooth pieces, which I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, it was fun, but my fingers hurt. But the good news is we got a 1/2 of the bottom of the destroyer done. All bag 6 was an underside piece here. I'm actually going to see if I can pick it up now and kind of show it to you. This is getting really, really heavy. But all those smooth plates right there, that's what I did yesterday. All the way up here. Oh, I can barely reach the top. So yeah, it's a lot of work. But that was all yesterday, working on all that detail, putting all the plates together and everything. Okay, just take a second, set this down. Oof. So it was a good one, but it was definitely tough. This also bag presented the first real challenge as far as assembly. There were some parts that did not want to work well at all. I'm going to show it to you here in a second so you can see it. But this by far, as far as assembly is concerned, was the hardest of all 6 bags. And it's also because you're dealing with something at an angle and a lot of pieces that's also about 2 feet long, 2.5 feet long. So it was unique, and I'm going to show you some of the areas now, so when you build it, you can help avoid the issues that I had to go through to make it a lot easier for you. All right, so besides everything I already mentioned, so you have this piece here, and this piece here. These are the 3 linkages that link that big bottom plate you saw me working on to the rest of the destroyer. Those are the 3 main internal links. Now, the instructions called for a 2x2, a thin 2x2, and then some of the Technic pieces before you'd mount it here. Same thing with this one, and the same thing with this one. But my son and I, who is a very good builder, we discovered that they weren't long enough. So we had to add an extra 2x2 thin piece down there in order to make all 3 of these seat properly and link up properly. You can either use a 1x2 thin piece or a 2x2 thin piece. And when I say 2x2, that's this size, but it's got the holes on it. You definitely need an extra piece in there to make it all line up. Also, the instructions, they had this one and this one. So this is the middle one, and this is the one towards the back. The instructions had them sitting in the wrong spot. So what I recommend doing is when you're getting ready to seat this whole piece into place, as my camera is not focusing, as you get ready to seat it all into place, don't snap it up yet. Take a look, and don't be afraid to adjust these ones a little to the left or the right. This one was fine, the instructions. We'd have to adjust this one at all except raise its height. But these 2 here definitely needed to have the pieces readjusted a dot over each way to make sure it lined up properly. Now, coming back out to here, the rest of the piece actually connects where you see these Technic pieces at. There's 5 of them right here. And then the last one up here. This is a 2-man put together for sure, because starting here all the way down to the tip here is 1 piece after it's all assembled and everything. So I highly, military, incentive, highly recommend that you have a second person helping you snap all these in. Another thing we did to make this huge piece go together is we actually snapped just this part into place first, and then we lifted up this and then conjoined from this part, which is the actual underside, to this, which is like the linkage to the part here. So I would snap these 5 in first, and then as you're lifting up the whole piece here, you can snap those into place. But line these up and get these seated first before you start trying to snap these together and finish the underside. Now, at first, I was kind of befuddled too, because I have this piece right here, which is in the way. You think it's in the way, but actually, this piece is kind of loose right here, and I think it's by design. So this piece needs to be under this one, because guess what? This piece supports this one, so it's not as loose. If you go to the other side, which I haven't finished yet, you can see it's pretty wobbly. There's really no way to secure it. But you'd be amazed about having this piece here to here help support some of that weight and make it a lot more manageable as far as putting it together. So Bag 6 is in the books. Take your time when it comes to mounting up all that stuff on the underside. All right, get a second person to help. Take your time. Don't force anything. And don't be afraid to add pieces to those 3 ones right there. All right, so I'm actually going to take a break today. I'm not going to do a bag today because my fingers hurt from all that technical work yesterday. So I will be back in a couple of days with a new video for the Destroyer. Thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe, share it. That means a lot to me. Thanks again, guys and gals.